Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the Indianapolis Colts franchise here on Madden 24. Coming off of season number 4, and this video is going to be a little bit of a season recap, a little bit of a strategy video to share kind of where we think we might be headed for the next offseason. We did get the Super Bowl win. In fact, some of you, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome, first of all, to Passers Game 2. This is the Super Bowl win, and we took it running away, man. 63 points in the Super Bowl, although we did allow 34 points to the Seattle Seahawks, but we took them out, man. 63-34. Indianapolis Colts, 4-time champion in their ultimate franchise history, in our franchise history, not just this franchise, but NFL history. And in this particular Super Bowl, the MVP went to Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts had a big game. It could have been any number of players, though, for this game, given how many points we scored. A quick look at the yearly recap. You had Patrick Mahomes winning the MVP, which is a little bit scandalous if you ask me. We'll look at some of our statistics, and you'll see why I said that. Rod Starling, Coach of the Year. We had something to say about that. Alec Pierce did get receiver, Offensive Player of the Year, and then Aiden Hutchinson. Brian Verdon is our receiver. He got the Rookie of the Year. And then we had Marcus Fleming from the Texans with that. So that is what it looked like at the end of the season for everything. 63 points is a lot of points. And that just reflects where our team is right now. We are a 90 overall with 90 on defense and 91 on offense. That's how we ended the season. And I don't know that there's any other team that is as highly rated as that. I wish we could get a look at, some of that, but we can't. And so we've got a pretty stacked team at this point, and it's not because we went and traded and got, we traded and got some players, but we'll look at the roster. A lot of it is homegrown, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And so I'm pretty proud of that, but I think we're going to run into some challenges coming up here pretty soon. So in this video, the plan is to take a look at some of the season statistics. We'll look at that, and then it's to maybe talk about some draft strategy or some offseason strategy, because there may be some things that we have to be on the lookout for. All right, so let's start with statistics. And we're just going to look at our team statistics for the moment, and then we'll kind of, maybe we'll take it to the overall. I thought Elijah Malone got in the game. He has 0? I thought that Anthony Richardson got injured at some point for a half or something. Maybe that was in the preseason. Anyway, Anthony Richardson with 5,130 yards and 52 total passing touchdowns. He is a superstar, X Factor, and currently at the end of the season anyway, +5. He's a 99 overall. I'm going to assume that means that he's really a 99. Yeah, he's really a 95 overall. Here's his statistics, man. Look at that. 98, 94 basically on deep accuracy, 92. But by the end of the game, by the end of the season, he should be money. 96 under pressure. And then he's got 91 speed. This is the everything quarterback. Probably should have gotten the season MVP, but didn't get it. Did not get it this season. Here's a look at how he's been progressing. So 30 touchdowns and 3,300 yards in the first season. Each year, more yards, except for this year. Each year, more touchdowns, except for this year. Actually, last year seems to be his best year, man. Last year, the first Super Bowl, he had 5,148 yards, only 16 interceptions. That's so much better. Man. We actually didn't do as good as I thought. I thought this was going to be his best season, but it was not his best season. Anthony Richardson's got what we got to deal with him. He's got 1 year remaining. So he is one of many players that we're going to see here that is going to be looking to re-up his contract, and he's already making 12 million, 48 million. I mean, wow, it's going to be an expensive re-sign for Anthony Richardson, and we don't have a ton of money. I won't do that with, I think we'll look at we'll just look at the stats right now, then we'll look at some of the salary cap situation. But man, like I said, I think we're going to be into some money troubles very soon. Trey Hayward is the running back, 282 yards, 1,664 yards on the ground. His campaign was less, but that's because Anthony Richardson did so much more. Trey Hayward with only 11 touchdowns. You see Anthony Richardson also had 4 touchdowns on the ground. But Trey Hayward here, another superstar X factor. Taking a look at him, 96 overall, previous 92 overall, but we won't look too much at that. I am interested in how they're doing year to year, though. I am interested in that. He's got his 3rd year, and he had a significant drop off, a lot less attempts, and therefore a lot less yards, and a lot less touchdowns, and a lower average. So still, he was a solid player. It's not because he's not as good as this. We just went to a more pass-oriented offense because Anthony Richardson was able to throw the ball this year. So Trey Hayward, I hope to be able to bring him back. Looking at his contract, he also is up for renewal, and he is a award winner and a superstar X factor and a young player, going to create some issues for us very soon. Looking at receiving, actually, you know what? These passes right here, these things that show up as rushes, 173 yards could have been a pass. Downs could have been a pass. A lot of these, you could probably add about 300 yards to. I guess you can't do that. Never mind. I was going to say a lot of those are quick pass options, but they're registering as runs because he has to throw it behind him, and so they show up as a pitch, and therefore show up as a run. And if you add those numbers to his passing yards, to Richardson's passing yards, you might get him better than he was last year, or at least equal to it. But anyway, doesn't matter. Alec Pierce, over 2,000 yards this season. The clear number 1 target for the Colts. It's so funny looking at the end of the season and seeing that he's 80 targets over Kyle Pitts. I feel like I went to Kyle Pitts a lot. But Pierce with 80 overall catches, 136 yards average, 18 touchdowns. Clearly the man where it comes to the receiving side of things. I think he also is a player who we've seen some. What am I trying to do here? We've seen some improvement year over year. Of course, his rookie year, 593 yards. We've had him from the very beginning. 790, he's gotten better. 1503, 1541, 2186. He's gotten better every year. Number 1 target this year, and about half of the year for 2025. But this year was the big one. Minus the touchdowns here, everything else was just gravy for Alec Pierce. Clearly one of the top players. Looking at his contract, he's going to be here for a little while. We resigned him recently, so 4 more years. Alec Pierce is here to stay, and that is good. Kyle Pitts, another 1,000-yard year for him, and I'd say that he was probably one of our best additions. As soon as he came in 2025, I think he changed everything about the way the Colts played. By giving Alec Pierce a chance to do something on the outside, Kyle Pitts became a clear safety valve for the inside, and I think it opened up everything for the offensive pass game. But this year, you saw Kyle Pitts was the big man last year. This year, Alec Pierce came up, and so we saw a little bit less from Kyle Pitts in this year. And so, yeah, Kyle Pitts, you know what? I'm thinking, do we need Kyle Pitts? Like, one of the things we might do is look in the draft in the prospects and see, is there a solid tight end? We might be able to save money with Kyle Pitts. He's got 2 years left. He's a young player and a good player, and he's making a lot of money. Can we find a great tight end, a great prospect tight end? And if so, he may be trade target. We'll see. Brian Verdon, keeping him almost 1,000 yards. Had I known he was that close, I'd have maybe went to him a little bit more. 954 yards. Love him as a receiver. Want to develop him as a... Oh, he's a superstar now? Oh, no, yeah, he was a superstar already. Want to develop... Wait, was he? I can't remember if he was or not. Want to develop him as a power receiver. He's a big guy, 6'4", 233 yards, solid hands, good speed. And so what I think we want to do is make sure he's got that spec catch. We want him catching traffic is good. We want him to have all of the physical traits. So that jumping is up, that agility is up. We want that carrying to be up like it is. And I'd be very interested even in getting his trucking and his stiff arm up. He's a big receiver, and I like for him to play big. For some reason, he's got 83 juke moves. So they got him with like quick player skill sets with juke move and speed and even acceleration. Acceleration's okay. I don't mind the acceleration being there. We got to get Brian Verdon in the gym and have him hit some weights. And we want to see him dominate physically on the field. I think that's going to be the future for Brian. So looking at this is his rookie year, and that's a solid rookie campaign. Rookie of the year, Brian Verdon. Josh Downs, man, only 244 yards. I wish we could have did a little bit more with him. He's down this year. Every time I pass it to him, he is a solid catch. We drafted Verdon. The thing is, Josh Downs feels like a good slot receiver, and I don't think he'd be a good outside 1 or 2, even if he is the better rated player. And then we just haven't been throwing to our slot receiver as much as we were because Kyle Pitts is here. And so the order is probably Pierce/Pitts and then Verdon. And then if those guys aren't open, Josh Downs, maybe we might even put Trey Hayward in front of Josh Downs as a receiver. So he just hasn't had the opportunities. He may be a player that we let go, depending on his contract. We may free him to go do something else, but maybe not. I mean, his contract is not that bad. 3 years, it's not that bad. And I think every time we give him the ball, he's good. So I don't know. Trey Hayward, we just talked about him, 242 yards, solid for a running back. And Downs has a few more yards than he does, but Hayward was a solid go-to person here. Keyshawn Hills is a guy that we drafted. Maybe this could be the Kyle Pitts replacement. He's 6'4", 246 yards. 246 pounds. 82 speed, though, is not enough. I think we need him to be a little bit faster. And then that deep route with 59 is a problem for us. I don't think Keyshawn is going to be the replacement guy that we really want for the tight end position if we decide to trade Kyle Pitts. I don't know. There's a few players that I'm considering trading. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. The offensive line played well. Quentin Nelson, oh man, as much as we re-signed him, okay, so he's down to superstar. He was a X Factor, I believe, and now he's a superstar. I think it's time to move on from Quentin Nelson. Another player with a lot of money, man. He is making a ton of money. I think he is 31 years old. I think that there are either we let him go or we trade. I think we could trade Quentin Nelson. Because the offensive line market is so depressed. And if we're trading a 98 overall, 31-year-old, someone who's looking to win now might decide to give up some picks for him. Or we trade for a younger tight end, younger guard and gets picks But this is a player another player that we may have to move on. The rest of these are just okay. We hardly have any. I don't know. I don't know why this stat sheet is here. Who cares about any of these except for the sacks given up? And I don't know. The pancakes used to be there, I thought, but whatever. All right, looking at the defensive side. Okay, this is interesting. Oh yeah, we'll go to tackles. Okay, this is interesting. Junior Claxton, is this his rookie year? I don't know if this is his rookie year or not. I think he has, let me see. Is this his rookie year? This is his rookie year. He wasn't defensive rookie of the year with these stats? Wow. Okay, let's go back. Junior Claxton, 91 tackles, led the team in tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Don't expect him to have any sacks, but 4 interceptions. And I thought this guy, Junior Claxton, was a great player for us. Great player for us. Again, it's his rookie year. He's already a superstar X Factor. We drafted an all-time player. He came in and look, after the rookie year, he's going to be 86, I guess, because we have the 87. Man coverage is going to be at 91. Zone coverage is probably going to be at 88. Love this guy. Speed is at 95. I mean, great player. Junior Claxton is going to be solid. So glad that he's on the team, and I'm surprised that he's leading in tackles. I guess those are tackles made when you tackle the receiver. Owen Popo with 81 tackles, and this is the big thing for him: 27 tackles for loss. And Owen Popo continues to lead the linebacker core, really the defense altogether, with what he does against the run. And him and Jeremiah Pickens, we got to keep both of them. We have to keep both of them. I'm going to do everything I can to keep these two. These two really form what I hope will be the anchor of our defense. Owen Popo is one of those players, 6 foot, out of Auburn. Ratings are great right now. He's playing at 96 overall, but again, take away all the things. But he's a 94 speed, and he's a 97 acceleration, and he's been that really since day one. He was a 93 speed, actually. He's a great cover on defense. He really could be moved to strong safety if we really wanted to, given how he is built. 94 speed, 83 zone coverage, 78 man coverage. I mean, that is better. That's better than a lot of safeties. So this is a flexible player for us. We might move him to safety. I think the strong safety there is pretty good at the moment. But yeah, he's been great for us. Looking at him year over year. Wow, he didn't get as many tackles. Oops, I didn't mean to do it that way. Last year, he had 96 total tackles. This year, 81. I think Popo came up. We'll look at him. But he's had pretty good stuff. He did get the tackles for loss this year, though. And if you look at his contract, we got him for a while. So we definitely want to keep him around. We paid the money to keep him. Looking forward to it. Junior Claxton. Owen Popo. Going back into it, the rest of it, Jaquan Brisker. Okay. Love Jaquan Brisker. Strong safety, playing very, very well. Very well. Even with the 89 speed, I love Brisker, man. He's a solid tackler, and for some reason his tackle's only at 79, but Brisker plays good. I think he plays. I really like the way he plays. Gets it done for us. Again, on defense, it's hard to look at stats because stats in the defense, they got to come to you. But you notice he had 101 tackles last year. This year, 78. Had a great year last year. 4 interceptions this year, though. 6 tackles for loss, which were great. Love to see the safeties get back there. He had 9 before, though, and 10 before that. Brisker's been a solid player for us. Unfortunately, I think he's one of the players. Okay, so he's making a lot of money. This might be a tough move away. And the reason I say that is Rivers. we'll get out of order here, but Reggie Rivers is his backup. But man, he didn't have a lot of reps because he's a backup. Doesn't have a lot of stats. But for the downs that he got in, he's got 48 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 2 sacks. For the amount of downs he played, Reggie Rivers was pretty good. How many downs? Can we see how many downs? Doesn't really say how many downs he played, but he didn't play that many. He didn't play that many downs, and yet, let me see season stats. Does it say here? No, it doesn't say here. But man, I think he could totally take the place of Brisker, despite the fact that I love Brisker. He could, like, if we go down to Rivers and look at his ratings. Tackle is low. We got to get that tackle up, but I think we could. Man coverage, I mean, it'd be a project, you know. The man coverage and the zone coverage takes a hit. The speed is up. The 91 is up. The awareness, however, is up for a rookie, by the way. This is a rookie right here. This is his first year. He's going to end with a 79 overall. I think Reggie Rivers could be a guy that we could go with, again, if we need to. We have players who, I think what we have going into this season, we don't have any draft picks, and we're going to have a lot of players who are coming up on contract disputes or contract negotiation. Ronald Sherrod, recent ad, is a free safety. He's another one, 25 years old, 5'10", kind of short for what we typically go for, but he's played pretty well as well. It could be a situation where we move Brisker to the free safety spot, and we move someone else to the strong safety spot. But he is a good player. 91, great zone coverage, moderate man coverage, but you want the zone coverage for that free safety, and moderate on tackle. But I mean, when we played with him, man, I thought he played well. He got up to superstar this season. It's his 3rd season, and he's a player who's up for renewal. And honestly, he's going to be lowered on the totem pole for that. So we may be looking to trade away this contract or this player. Ronald Sherrod, he's 5'10", had an excellent year this year. I think, let's look at his statistics. I think we traded halfway through with him, so it's hard to tell, you know, with New Orleans, 94 overall. He got with us a 70, but that was an increase over 2024. I think he's an up-and-comer. Unfortunately, I don't think that he may be a player that goes as well. So, yeah. This could be a move. This could be a fire sale to get, I don't know, to get players, to get picks. Julius Brents, definitely the best corner as far as pure coverage goes. Play well. Mostly for him, they threw at him a lot. I like to say they didn't throw to him, but they definitely threw to him. 64 tackles. He had 10 interceptions, matching last year's total. And here's the thing about Julius Brents. Julius Brents is not fast enough. He plays well, but I think he's at 88. Yeah, okay, so he's an 89 speed. Man, it'd be great if we could get him to like 91. I don't even know if that's possible, but if we can get him to like 91, that'd be a lot better. He is a superstar X factor, but he still has a lot to go. He's a 4-year player, but even though he's an X factor, his stats, he can still grow quite a bit. So he's a player. I don't want to trade him just because he's a rookie when we got here. He's been a homegrown talent, and I'd rather keep him than trade him. So, but it's possible, especially, if we definitely need to get picks. Isaiah Rodgers played well as well. Almost led the team in interceptions. Love the speed. He's a great slot receiving, great slot cornerback, and does everything we need for that. And so I hope to be able to keep Isaiah Rodgers. Looking at his contract, I think we have him for a little bit. So we feel good about it. Let's see, who else? I think that's all the big from a statistics point of view. And then of course we have kicking and punting. I think let's go and look at the team real quick itself, because I kind of want, actually, you know what, hold up, before we do that, let's just look at some team stats. And we'll do this quickly. A lot of times I do this, but we'll do this quickly. So again, we were one of the better teams, and so we're going to be on the top of a lot of these. Offense was crazy, 9,300, almost 10,000 yards on the offense. Total over 2,300 yards rushing. That led. Did this lead? No, this didn't lead. The Lions led with the most rushing yards, but we were second to the Bengals for passing yards. I'm surprised, despite the fact we had a great. Hold up. Oh, we got sacked a lot, because I'm about to say we had 5,000 yards passing. How do we end up with 488 on this? Something's not, the math ain't mathing. But that is a look at the offense. Defensively, we were the second best defense according to yards, total yards. Probably not with points though. Yeah, we weren't in this mix. Yeah, we're near the bottom because we allowed a lot of points. It generally is like that. Interceptions though, I think we led for sure. Yeah, 27 interceptions with the Saints following us in 17. And then fumbles, we were fourth there. Sacks. Wow, we had 65 sacks. Can I look at this? I can't look at this year to year. I wish I knew. That's not nearly as many sacks as we've had. Or rather, that's way more sacks than we had in the past. But that's a look at those. I don't think we had any records this season. That's Manning. Oh, let's look at season. Passing yards. Oh, Anthony Richardson's at the bottom of this list for 2025, 5,148. Okay. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 9. Oh, actually number 10. We're the 10th. Okay. 2 big numbers for him too. He's in there twice. Passing touchdowns. Ooh, we got the NFL record for passing touchdowns, beating Peyton Manning of the Broncos with 57 total touchdowns. Wow. Alvin Kamara. Look at that. Alvin Kamara for the Bears in 2024 still holds the lead. Trey Hayward behind him. Again, we have these leads where we have one extra game, and so that's probably why some of these are getting broke. Trey Hayward with rushing touchdowns still even with the extra. That's last year though. Receiving yards. Anthony Pierce breaks the 2,000 yard mark and becomes the highest yard getter for a season as a receiver. Alec Pierce, let's go. Kyle Pitts, okay, no, it's Alec Pierce. Okay, so we broke a couple records. Receiving touchdowns. Wow, Devontae Adams. Alec Pierce, that's 2025. Okay, Pierce is here with 2026. And so is Cooper Kupp. Let's see. I think that's it for that. Okay. All right. So now I like to go and let's look at the cap situation, because I think that's going to matter, my friends. Okay. So looking at the cap, we're going to go position by position just to see who's up. So Anthony Richardson is going to want a contract. He wants a contract this year. And we have 32 million in cap space, really less than that, 29 million or 28, something around that, $30 million, whatever. That whole thing could go to Anthony Richardson possibly if he wants to renegotiate. And we probably should pay him. But he's a 26-year-old. He's in his prime. If he's going to make a move, if we're going to make a move, this is the season to make a move with. We are interested in developing Elijah. And it could be a thing where we restart our project with Elijah. He would have 2 years. We don't think he'd be as big a win as Anthony Richardson has been. He's not as hot a prospect as Richardson was coming out of the league, but he only has 2 more years to do a contract, and maybe we could keep him for a little bit cheaper. I don't know. So just know Anthony Richardson may or may not be on this team next year. I am open, especially if trades, if we see something that we like, we may make a move. But don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. He doesn't need to know that. Trey Hayward is also up this year. So our top 2, well, I don't know if it's our top 2, but 2 of our top 3, well, 2 of our top 4 offensive players are up. I would like to bring Trey Hayward back. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I think I would like to trade. Between the 2 of them, I would trade Anthony Richardson before Trey Hayward, because I think I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think, though. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Trey Hayward or Anthony Richardson. If we needed to trade one, which one would you do? But both of them, I don't think we're going to be able to sign both of them, especially with what we're going to keep going through here. Okay, so we're going to lose the fullback. So he's going to go away when we advance the week. And then Alec Pierce. Okay, we're good on receivers. We don't have anybody who's demanding money right now. We'll lose Hyatt, but that's okay. So we're good there. Tight end, we're going to lose Keyshawn Hills, and then we've got Pitts for a couple years, and we're going to lose Will Mallory. We may re-sign Will Mallory, but not for that money. I mean, he's got $4 million as it is. Let's look at Will. Can he be the guy? 87 speed, 60 deep. I don't know if he's the guy either. Now 82 catching traffic. I don't know if he's the guy. We may have to move Keyshawn Hills though. Again, a young player. Again, we might have to get rid of some of our young talent to get more young talent. Left tackle, we're gonna lose Andre Dillard. Not lose, but we need to decide on what to do with Dillard. Offensive line is pretty set though. Wait a minute, hold up. I'm looking at the wrong line. Did I say we're gonna lose Dillard? Hold up. Yeah, we'll lose Dillard. Okay. And then yeah, we're good here. Don't mind Julius Newman. Okay, that's fine. Might need to I don't know. Nah, we can't re-sign Josh. We have to let Josh Myers go. Ooh. I want to keep Cesar Ruiz. Can we keep him? Can we keep him, coach? We're going to try to keep him. I think the plan is to try to keep him. But we see we've got a lot of players, though. Devin Andrews, going to leave a gap there on the offensive line. Cam McGrone on the linebacker means we're going to be low on the left end unless we re-sign him. We'll see how much it would take to re-sign him. Going to lose Adebawore unless we re-sign him. I don't think we are going to. We'd have to find a backup or a rookie to fill that gap. Or we have to get rid of Tyree Wilson's contract to sign him and then maybe find someone else. But I don't think we can spend $13 million here. Defensive tackle, we're going to lose. Oh, man, we can't lose. Can't lose Calvin Rose. Man, got to keep him. He's up. Maybe we'll have a fifth year extension that we can use on him. It's possible. But Calvin Rose is 90 overall, but really 87, I think. Yeah, 87 overall. And he is only in his second year, I think. I think he's only in his second year. Let's look at his. Oh no, this is third year. Okay. Man, but he is anchoring that middle. Man, we gotta keep him. So that's another contract. And so I mean, I'm telling you, we have too many. The contracts are a thing. Let's see. We were at defensive tackle, outside linebacker, Devin Bush. This is where it's at. Devin Bush, he's going to want a contract. $25 million as it is. What do we do with Devin Bush? Oh man, Devin Bush. Check this out. 91, yeah, 90 speed. Did he lose speed? Oh, let me look at the progression. He lost some tackle. Oh no, he didn't lose. Oh, he gained speed. He got speed, +1 speed. Okay. Yeah, Devin Bush. Man, definitely want to keep him. Oh man. He's going to want money though. He's going to want to get paid. He's already getting paid and he's due. We're going to have to go away from him. I think we will. Either that or we trade him. The problems continue. Jeremiah Pickens, absolutely sign him. No brainer. We are going to do everything we can to sign Jeremiah Pickens. I want Popo Pickens at the middle. We may move Winters over here to White, but Winters is not nearly as fast, not as reliable a player. 82 overall. I mean, he could be okay. He's got good zone coverage. But we got to decide to sign him. And, you know, he's an 82 overall. Pickens is going to want a lot of money. He might want this Popo-like money. Look at, you see Popo's contract. So Pickens is going to want that kind of money. Rose is going to want that kind of money. Richardson. And then we got Devin White. Also is going to want his money. He's already making $40 million. 29 years old. What do we do with him? 91 speed. Great player for us. Block shed his way up. Also good zone coverage and man coverage. Perfect kind of linebackers for us. I mean, we can't sign all these guys. I don't know what the plan. You know, we can't sign them. We got to figure out what to do. I don't think I really want to keep. I mean, Spencer Becton's okay. You know, he's not our kind of linebacker. He's actually a very good prospect. He's a good edge rusher. It's just not the kind of linebacker that we have. That 77 speed, that just ain't us. So Becton could be trade material. He probably will be. He's just not the type of player for us. It may be that we have to move on both of these guys. Oh man, that's tough. So, all right, and then let's see, we're good on corners. Ronald Sherrod, he's going to want his money. Although I think we've decided that we're probably going to have to move on from Ronald Sherrod, and then we'll move some stuff around there. So that's a look at that is the look. If you didn't catch all of that, the top quarterback. Let's review. I think we're gonna lose the kicker too. Let's review those who are on the remaining, who have these are the 1-0. They're going to be done by the time we start the offseason. We've got, well, who in here do we have to decide on? We got to decide on. We're gonna let the kicker go. Yeah, we're gonna let all those players go. But here's what we got to decide on. We got to decide on Anthony Richardson for next year. Anthony Richardson, Trey Hayward, Calvin Rose, Jeremiah Pickens, all of them are going to be big money. Devin White, big money. These 5 contracts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how we're going to sign those guys. I want to sign all of them, but we can't. We're not going to keep up. We can't keep all of them. We can't keep them. We can't cut them because the savings, we could cut Hayward. I'm not going to. But we could cut Pickens. He's who I want to re-sign. We could cut Sherrod. We could just cut him. But 25 years old, I think we can trade him. Yeah. I think we'd like to keep Ruiz as well. Oh my gosh. Devin Bush, we'd like to keep him. Cam McGrone, Josh Myers, Andrews, Hills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 players, all of pretty much, probably 10 of those 14 we love to bring back. 32 million in the cap space. It's gonna be problems. It's gonna be problems, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be problems. Okay. We looked at some of the retirements, I think, in the last video. We didn't have any key retirements, I don't believe, but there were quite a few names. Derrick Henry, Lawrence, Tyron Smith, I think Xavier Howard, yeah, Khalil Mack, I think Jadeveon Clowney, Darren Waller, Derek Carr decides to sit it down. Travis Kelce, he's out of there. Who else? I think I saw, Devontae Adams. That's what I was thinking about. Devontae Adams is out of there. Lots of players gone. Kirk Cousins, Denzel Perriman, Ezekiel Elliott, Javon Curse, Anthony Brown. Lots of players. Leonard Fournette. Yeah, those are a lot of big players, big name players. Wanted to give you a little bit of that. Okay, so before we finish the video, then we're gonna advance the week because I want to get past the place of signing our players and get to see what our cap will actually be. Again, for those of you who don't know, we don't have strong picks. As a matter of fact, we don't have a 1, 2, or 3 in this year's pick, and we don't have a 1 and 2 in next year's pick, and we don't have a 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Oh no, we're good with that. Yeah, we do have 1, 2. We have full picks in 2029. So for this year and for next year, we don't have picks, and so it feels like the right move is going to be to trade some of our better players to get picks for this year, not simply because we need to break up the team, because we don't have the money to do it. And it seems to be the best way to take care of things. So let's take a look at the players to negotiate. Let's see, was there anybody? Oh, Calvin Rose. Okay, so we can accept the 1-year option, which I think I might do. Next year looks a lot better than this year. So we're going to solve this problem right now. Take the 5th year with Calvin Rose. Oh, we could take a 5th year with Renard Sherrod as well. Ronald Sherrod. Oh, that's right. We wouldn't be able to trade him if he's gonna leave. I think I do want to still trade him. Okay, we'll take the 5th year for Ed. Nice. Hyatt, Adebawore. 2-year contract. Let's look at it. Oh man, 2.6. I mean, we'll do it. He's been all right, and he might be able to find a spot. Adebawore is in there. Jalen Hurst will let him go. Will Mallory, 2 years. I don't know yet. Dillard, no. Okay, we'll let these other guys go, with exception to the tight end. Let me go to the draft real quick and look at the tight end. Scott players, prospects. First of all, did I mark anybody? I don't think so. Yeah. Ooh, we only have 2nd, 3rd round. So no top tier picks for the tight end position. That doesn't mean we don't have top tier talent. Vertical threat. Let's see what we got here. 6'4". Alan Garfield has good speed, acceleration, agility, but that doesn't mean catching is A. Okay, let's look at this guy. We might need break tackles. Okay, awareness B, pass block. Alan Garfield. Okay, we'll mark him. What else? Anyone else looking great physically? No. We have another athlete. Look at that. Run block finesse. Okay. Deep route B. Spec catch B. Okay, we'll look at these two and see what we got. But I don't see anything that's like, you know, gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Which means that maybe we keep Kyle Pitts for the one. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to re-sign him. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be tough to re-sign him. Going to be tough to re-sign him. Okay, so let's go back to the. I just want to see what our. Well, actually, I think I can see it here. Yeah, so 24 million available cap space. We didn't lose. In fact, let's go ahead and look at some of the players that we picked out. So thinking about all the linebackers that we are potentially going to lose, a lot of our players, this is the most I've marked in a long time. But let's go back here. So left tackle, we looked at him. This looks like a shoe-in for a tackle position. I mean, look at this dude. I don't mind getting a player like this. It could be a thing. I think we're going to lose a lot on our offensive line, and there is offensive line talent here. So we've got the left tackle here. We've got, a right tackle. Wouldn't mind looking at any of those players. We really don't need a cornerback, but man, look at this dude. A on coverage, A on press, A on tackle, B on zone coverage, and elite on speed. Whew. It's hard to not want to get this guy. Hard to pass up. I mean, he looks like a great player. Struggles to find the ball in the air, it says, but oh man, I don't know. Probably not. Doesn't feel a need. Right tackle is okay. I think if we were to move into the first round, it'd probably be one of these two or this corner. I think I'd like to get a couple first round picks. I think if we were to lose some players, I'd like to get a couple first round picks and maybe a couple second. I think we could do it if we're willing to walk away from some players that'd be hard to walk away from. Another left tackle here. A awareness, impact blocking, and pass blocking are A. It says round 1, 2. Again, fantastic. Lots of offensive linemen. But let's look at the edge. I did like this player. Alton Massey, Washington, 6'2", 265. Has a swift arm over move, so he's a speed rusher. It seems like. Love him as an athlete. Elite jumping, elite speed, elite strength. Love the pursuit. The problem I have with this player is the man coverage and his own coverage. That's too low. Can't get everything though. I like his speed. Again, he seems like an edge rush. He seems like a Max Crosby player, not a, Lawrence Taylor. I don't know. Lawrence Taylor is probably who's a Junior Seau, not a Junior Seau type of player. Of course, he's playing on the outside, but I'm curious to know if he's a 3-4 player or a 4-3 player. He looks like a 3-4 player. But Alton Massey is one of the guys that considering. Barry Claxton, another player that we're considering. There's also some very good talent. Now this one, very good talent at the linebacker position. This one again, hit power is decent. You know what? Barry Claxton's not our guy actually. It doesn't have the speed. I don't know why I picked him actually. Let's eliminate Barry. Not the type of guy that we need. We need speed and agility at the linebacker. That's how we play linebacker here in Indy. So let's see what we got here. This is a third, fourth round pick kind of guy. I like that he's got such, again, a great athlete for round 3, 4. And play recognition is an A. Pursuit is an A. Curious to see what's going to happen with zone coverage. Man coverage is a little weak, but love that he's a great athlete and can probably work with him. A player that I am very interested in. So Brandon Money, run stopper from Florida, 6 foot 234. Kevin McClain, coming out of Texas Tech, 6 foot, also a run stopper. Doesn't have the speed, does have the pursuit. Again, a potentially solid player. Jumping is good, acceleration is good. Potentially solid player. He's a potential undrafted free agent linebacker with these statistics. I think he could be a late round pick, a late round sleeper pick. Middle linebacker Brian Colts, round 1. Elites across the board as an athlete, and then play recognition, man coverage, and zone coverage. This is a dude. Now we don't need a middle linebacker, but we're going to lose probably two pretty good linebackers on our team, maybe 3. And Brian Colts could be a guy. Probably could, yeah. He could be a guy instead. He could be a guy that we move to left outside linebacker, and he could be a guy instead of the corner that we were thinking about, because we're pretty stacked at corner. Third, fourth round pick here with Telvin Parsons. Decent athlete. Again, play recognition's up, and I'm very attracted to that block shed being an A for middle linebacker. Like it. So we've got linebacker options. Let's continue to look here. We got linebacker options in this draft. Look, another one. This is a second, third round pick. Eric Mayer, another pretty good athlete. B on block shed, A on play recognition, A on zone coverage. Love it. Good player, man. I mean, I'd be happy with a good bit of these players here. I think I would be. Dakota Burnett, another great athlete here. Acceleration's up, speed is up. It's a great draft to have to get linebackers in. Man coverage and zone coverage is about the same. Let's look at the scouting report on him. Physical player, struggles to find the ball in the air. Often looks to rip, shows good discipline, loves to utilize the spin, swim. Okay, so it doesn't say a whole lot about pass coverage except that he can't find his way in the air. But man, I'm looking for speed. Okay, so we got this person here with a day 3. Decent. Ooh, man coverage is weak. I don't know. I mean, given the amount of players, we don't need to keep them. We'll definitely keep these 2 kickers. I don't know that we really need this player. Although, you know what? I don't think I should eliminate that, because he looks like a great player, but we don't really need him. And then, okay, we will need to sign a fullback. Again, we might be able to get something late with the fullback. I love, again, some speed here. Lead block is A, which is great. Catching B to D, I'm very curious to see what he would be. But actually, Clay McAllister seems like the guy that I think I would go with out of everybody. Another player with some pretty good speed, but we don't know a whole lot. F on lead block. You know what? The main thing I need from you is a lead block. And what about Ty McLaurin? Okay, he's got some good speed. Impact block is an F. Yeah, I think we're going to go away from you. I think McAllister's the guy, and then we'll decide if we want to do something at tight end. So offensive line, linebackers. We might need to look at QB, but we might be able to find a backup QB in free agency if we trade Anthony Richardson. The other player was tight end, and we looked at some of those, and then we had the linebackers. We're gonna try to keep Calvin. Oh yeah, we did. We kept Calvin Rose, so we solved that particular problem. So yeah, here's the long and short of it. Thanks for hanging out with me for the video. I appreciate it. The long and short is there's changes coming, and every year we've had big changes. We've traded away every offseason. We've traded away a pretty big name. This year, though, we're probably going to trade some names that we really have some attachment to. 24 million is not enough, and this is the year to trade before their contracts get up. A lot of young players who can be traded, and the draft, we might be able to go ahead and do something about some of them and mitigate some of the loss with the draft. So that's the skinny, man. So I hope you guys tune in to it. The next one, I'm considering doing it live. Last time I tried to do something live, we ran into some internet issues. But we may do it live and then do a recap video. Not quite sure yet. But if we do it live, then it'll probably be on Wednesday. What you need to do is make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and I'll create an event ahead of time, and then you guys can mark it, and then we can jump in and be about that life together. Maybe figure out what we want to do with the draft and all this stuff together. That'd be kind of fun for me if some of you could join me. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you so very much. I hope that you do subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when the next thing is going to go down. This has been a good preview and review of last season and of the next season. I hope you are as excited as I am about trying to keep this team in Super Bowl contention. Can we keep the dynasty moving? Only time will tell. Hope you have a good rest of the day. This is Pastor's Game 2. God loves you, and so do I. And I will see you when I see you. Have a good one.